October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and this week more than 250 people are in Albany at the state capitol for the first ever Lethality Summit. It's a two-day intensive aimed at helping local law enforcement agencies, domestic violence service providers, and other domestic violence professionals learn how to better assess domestic violence cases that have the high risk of serious injury or death. Now, the state says that more than 8,700 patients were treated in New York hospitals in 2022 for domestic violence related injuries. And each year, about 63 people are killed by an intimate partner here in this state. Meantime, in Erie County, deaths from domestic violence totaled 61 over the past 7 years, peaking, as you can see there, at 16 in the year 2022. And last year, nearly 6,600 women, men, and children throughout Erie County were victims of domestic violence, the most of any year dating back at least a decade. Garrett Looker from Investigative Post joining us now with a closer look at those statistics, which you shared in this new report that is up right now. And I know that you got a lot of this by attending a summit that happened earlier this month. Let me just start with the context to those numbers. How should we understand sort of those trend lines in Erie County?
Yeah, so we know that domestic violence has long been a problem, and these numbers are on the rise, but I've been told by domestic violence experts that it's consistently a problem, and people are dealing with this every day, every year. Now, the individuals that I spoke with at the summit told me that the entire system of domestic violence that is built to help victims, it's quite complex. And as you mentioned at today's summit, there are different corners, advocates, law enforcement, experts that are meant to help people. And what I was told by those experts at the summit was that there's a lack of communication, and that's what they're trying to build. They're trying to build that communication so that they can help the people that need it the most.
And what we're always told by folks in this space is that domestic violence cases are so underreported that the numbers obviously are higher than we had on the screen there. So what is being done to sort of fill those gaps and deal with the communication issues that might exist? Yeah,
so those experts that I talked to, they said that that summit is a great starting point. You know, getting people together, finally talking, finally going over the best practices, finally trying to talk with the victims and show them that there is a way out if they communicate, if they seek help. And those numbers, as you saw and as I saw, they are high. 2023 was 6,600 victims, the highest it had been in 10 years. So those experts and advocates are telling me that it's a problem that's on the rise. And they're trying to build those avenues of communication to help those victims.
And that was some video there, obviously marking Domestic Violence Awareness Month at Haven House on Delaware Avenue. When you drive by there, it makes you pause and think what an acute problem this is in our community. Let me just end by asking, beyond this sort of communication issue, and they're all trying to sort of come together, what else is being done to address this? I know there's been some new state funding that was celebrated at this summit.
Yeah, a lot of state funding, and those experts are really, really excited about that funding, finally getting dollars that can help those victims. And law enforcement is starting to go through training exercises to take it more serious, to learn how best to talk to those victims when they show up to a call. And that is huge, something that we haven't experienced decades prior.
And that was exactly what was happening at the beginning of this segment that we showed you in Albany. There were local law enforcement that were part of that as well. Make sure to go to investigativepost.org and read Garrett's reporting. Such an important topic. Thanks for discussing with us, Garrett. Good to see you.